This pump underneath my bed pumps water from my water tank up to the tap next to my sink. It also pumps water to my outside tap. It's been there for about 3 years, and when I built my van I was extremely poor and it cost me £9.95, I think it was less than a tenner. But now I've been living in my van for at least 2 years, I'm considerably better off, not only financially but in many other ways too. But after 2 years hard use, this pump has actually got quite noisy. Take a listen to this. Just turn on now. This is what it sounds like. I won't leave it on too long. Like I say, it has done really well considering it only cost me a tenner. So today I'm going to change this diaphragm pump for a impeller pump, in the hope that this impeller pump is a lot quieter than this diaphragm pump. And this impeller pump costs £60. So let's see if a £60 pump is quieter than a £10 pump. I'm hoping those blue fittings are the same size, so it'll be quite simple to swap over. Let's see. Wish me luck. Now, when I installed my pump, I made sure I fitted an isolating switch, and it's very important to fit an isolating switch to one of these automatic pumps, because if you don't and you have a water leak, you've got no way of switching that pump off, and your pump will actually dump all the water inside your van. So all I've got to do is flick this switch here, and that's it. My pump is now isolated, so I'm free to disconnect it and it won't kick in automatically and empty my water tank all over the garage area inside the back of my van. Brilliant. Now the big burning question is, will these little blue fittings be compatible with my new pump? Let's find out. First I need to drain the system, otherwise it's going to get rather wet in here, and that's going to be really simple. So all I've got to do is open up my outside tap. Here's my outside tap, and I fitted this tap so it goes to my shower and also so that I can rinse out my wetsuits. Well, these fittings look considerably bigger. I don't think I'm going to get away with this. It's not going to be as simple and straightforward as I thought it would be. Damn, I've got to actually disconnect these, try and wiggle them off the pipes, and then get those pipes over this pipe, which looks slightly bigger too. I'm going to need some boiling water, I think. I'm glad I thought of that before I disconnected the water. Oh, turn the tap back on here. There you go. That's how noisy it is inside my van. Really noisy. Not exactly stealthy, and that pump is definitely on its way out. So I think I caught this just in time. I'm going to fill my kettle up with some water. I think that'll do, and then that way I can boil some water later when I need it to stretch those pipes over the new pipes. That should be plenty. I'll leave that open so the water drains down. So if I leave this tap like that, the water will drain down and out. Or maybe that's a bad thing. Yeah. Good job I got some old towels. Right, we'll leave that there for later. I'm going to grab some towels and disconnect it all. Not a lot of room under here, and I don't want to make everything too wet. I think a 2 towel day this is. That should be enough. A nice little catch area there. That's it. Let's just make sure it's turned off still. Yep, tap's open. Right, let's see what happens. How much water's going to come out of there? Oh, not too bad. Oh yeah, crikey. Completely different fittings on there, so I'm definitely going to have to try and get this fitting off of that pipe. Or maybe I'll just cut it off, might be easier. Oh, I was saying that, this side's a bit different, because I like to use some John Guest pipe on here, because these are actually designed for John Guest fittings. But anyway, it's okay. It's all doable. Yeah. There you go. That's got it. Right, so all I've got to do is pull that out of there, pull that one off of there. Simple, really. I don't know what all the fuss is about. Right, let's get these off. Look at the size of this compared to that one. £10, £60. I guess you get what you pay for. Yeah, that is a beast compared to that one. Oh dear. Mind you though, it's done really well, so I'm quite grateful for all the service this pump has given me. Right, let's get some screwdrivers and get it off. Now when fitting a water pump, it's always important to check the direction of flow, and on this pump it's clearly got arrows on here saying that the water flows this way. I think, just check that. Yeah, so you can just see there's a little arrow going to the water flow, showing the direction of flow. So that needs to go to our feed, and then the one with the blue cap on needs to go to the tank. Really quite simple. He says it was difficult getting these on. I'm a bit out of breath. That's it mounted in place, so it's just a matter of screwing these in now, doing them up. Oh, hang on, might be easier if I connect the wires up first, because the wires are here. I like to cut the wires quite short. Can only just get to them. One. And that's it. Yeah, not bad call that. That's it. Really simple to connect up, really. Not much of a drama. Don't want to over tighten them. That's it. Done. Let's switch it on, see what happens. Whew. It's supposed to be self-priming, so we should be okay just to flick the switch inside the van. Okay, now for the moment of truth. Let's flick our switch. Can't hear it. Is it working? It's no noise. I'm a bit worried. Nothing. Something wrong there. It's pressure regulated, so therefore maybe the little adjusting screw on top needs to be screwed in. Didn't think of that. Let me get a screwdriver. I hope that's what it is anyway. Well, I'm pleased to say it turned out the little adjustment screw on top did actually need screwing in. It's got a pressure adjustment screw, and now I've adjusted that screw. Listen to this, it's like night and day. There's my water flowing, so the water still flows the same. The only thing that's missing is the noise. I'll bring you down here and show you this. You might just about hear it pulsing on and off. I think the reason it's pulsing is because there's not enough water flow, so it's reaching pressure and switching off. So basically it's switching on and off. But how silent is that? That is so quiet compared to the last one. Brilliant! I think we can safely say this was a success. Makes a change for me. Well, there you go. If you're looking for a water pump, I highly recommend. I forgot what it's called now. Well, there you go. If you're looking for a water pump, I'll put a link in the description of this video to where I got this SureFlow pump from. And by the way, this video is not sponsored. I actually paid for that pump out of my own pocket. Thanks for watching this video. Ta-ra for now.